Hi, and I'm actually going to add this to another part of a video. I may be. This is when I found out that I was linked with Gabriel. This is the sign for Cancer, but it's also the yin yang. I had the 69 was my teacher number under Carver at the same time that it was with St. Paul Episcopal Church in Delray Beach, and there's the moon. So these signs are affiliated with Gabriel. It's the 69 of Psalms, it's the 69 and the yin yang. It is the Cancer, one of the Cancer signs. And as it turns out, it's also related to Zion. And here is the moon. This picture came from, let's see if we can find file information of when I took it, because I know I can find file information. And I took it January the 21st, 2020. And there was a whole series of them that I took. I had already figured out that I needed to change the configuration. And here's where it happened. I was shocked, and it reinforced what I had learned about Nostradamus, that the Tree of Life had changed as of July, late spring, and into July of 2018, that now you can come back as a broken animal, or as an animal that will be broken. We'll leave you in space if you want to go to space. Here it is right here. And it came from the movie The Prophecy, which I had seen online. Let's see if I have it up. And I don't have it up right now. I was playing it before. I can pull it up. We can go to that part. But that's where it came from. It came from that movie, The Prophecy. I already realized that it should not be called Cancer. And I had already written for the case that Leo does not carry the sun. So I already knew that there was a problem with Cancer, and I did not know that Nostradamus wanted it to be the lobster, and for you to understand that the lobster is affiliated with Apollo. It's the water locust. So let's come into the video and we'll see where we found it. This is Cancer and what it looks like. And of course it looks more like the outline of a lobster. I had written in my case that it reminded me of the Y chromosome. It reminded me of a woman's uterus and the vagina and the birth canal. It was the house, the fourth house is the house of family. But it doesn't remind me at all of a Cancer. It doesn't remind me of a crab. And Nostradamus wants you to think of it as where Apollo and the brokenness of Apollo is that lobster, everyone who follows the ways of Apollo. These are images from the Lost Book of Nostradamus. Here he's telling us that this is that 69, that yin yang. And you're going to see this. This is actually one of the signs for Zion. And there's the moon facing this way, but some of the people online are saying that that was a Scorpio, but this is clearly the lobster, and he's showing you with the Tree of Life that it is a broken lobster, and that's number 68. So your Tree of Life has changed. You're no longer coming back. Some of you will not be human. You will go back and just be regurgitated as broken animals. My Master 11s, Lynn Ann Schnabel is a Master 11, December 12th, 1958, is big time. Because the moon is really most prominent in the wintertime, the winter solstice. My daughter is a 722, which is a variation of a Master 11 for Cancer. My son is a variation of 711. He weighed 7 pounds 11 ounces. She was 8 pounds 11 ounces. She came 11 days after him. Very weird. My mother is the second. I have this all written out. Leonard Schneble is a Master 11. December 12, 1958 is a Master 11. And Lynn is a 2. All right. So I had, beginning of January, beginning to the end of January, I become aware of, sometime around then, of what the United States was doing with animals being pulled apart. And I was already aware that stone crabs, the limbs are being pulled apart and thrown back in, and that is death. That was like the last straw with Noah's Ark. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to breed with animals. You're not allowed to allow them to become part of your body. And this is what science is doing nonstop. So you're over the hill. Let's come out of this. Remember, Chamberlain was before World War II. Winston Churchill, George VI, Charles de Gaulle, Joseph Stalin, William Mackenzie King for Canada, Robert Gordon Menzies for Australia, and Franco, all Sagittarians. That is statistically impossible. And in the United States, both Abraham Lincoln and then Roosevelt during World War II, both of them were Aquarian 3s, Aquarians with the Jupiter overcast. The 4 event is coming out of Christchurch. All 4 of the major earthquakes hitting Christchurch in the area all occurred on 4 days. This was actually the 22nd for them, the 22nd here. So that was a 4, that and that is a 4. This is a 4. It happened in a 4 year, even though it was an 11. This didn't. And it struck 5 days after I contacted them about being in arrears, because Christchurch has nothing to do with Jesus. Here we go. This is a different conversation. These are all statistical. They're just, it can't happen. This is, by the way, me. I'm under that moon, and this is for the Shabbat. That is 7 petals and not 8. The tree of life men will take down. And here I explain what I am here. Okay. And then at some point, we can discuss this, the evaluation. Let's come out of this. New tab. I think we have this already. We did this already. Yeah. Okay, let's come out of this. Come out of this. Put you on pause. We're going to come out of this, and then we're going into the movie. Right. That was the sheep of Jacob, Jacob's sheep, biblical. Rachel goes and takes her father's gods for title of the land. Happened when Jupiter was in Scorpio, so this is 68. Here is the broken lobster. This is late spring through the beginning of July 2018. These paradigms had to be shifted. That needed to occur. And the government and everyone was still playing games and going after me. So this is what you get to look forward to, this broken up lobster life, which is what you've been following. That is your fault. So let's come out of this and take a peek. They do not want you to see this. They do not want you to see where I found it. On that day. There we go. They won't let you see this. They will not let you see it. They will not let you see the pictures. This is
rebelled against the armies of the.
This is Satan doing this, by the way. He won't let you see the picture. This is Satan. There we go.
Lieutenant.
They won't let you see it. Incredible. There it is. And on January the 21st of this last 2020, that's when everything came together. And I heard on the other side, all the energy went, oh no, oh no, this is really going to be our next lives. And she knows that we're setting up the world to be destroyed. And within a week, Trump is picking up Lieberman, that's at Harvard, and he's putting nanotechnology into cells and into people's bodies to be read, so that Elon Musk can put all those satellites up and literally destroy you. And so it has been incredible what you are planning to do to the people. Elon Musk's girlfriend prophesies in her video Violence last September for a period of all the women are wearing masks over their face and act like they're all dying, and nothing in that has anything to do with the lyrics. If you look at the lyrics, folks, if you take those vaccines and take them in, and our kids are being vaccinated left and right with all kinds of things, they can put the nanotechnology in, and with all of Elon Musk and with all of the satellites going up, we're dead. You don't understand what they can do to you. And I warned them last February of 2019, I said, your satellites and your Wi-Fi is changing the electromagnetics of the earth, and they know that. And I said it can block up the necessary vibrational patterns that needs to come from the other planets, from the rest of the galaxy, and they know this, and they're putting everything up, and they're doing it, and Trump is doing it, and they're doing it deliberately to destroy us. That's incredible. That's so biblical. And them knowing for certain that no matter where they go to, they will be torn apart. And if they decide to die in space, we will not pick up their souls. They will be drifting. And they will die in space. Because they just turn you off. You have no control. They didn't think I would survive this long, and they were not anticipating me. And they have all their supercomputers out there. You have no idea what you're up against. The hurricanes, the Boeing 737 coming down, when I said, God, show them up, this is nothing compared to what Jesus is going to do to you, what heaven is going to do to you, and what happens to your souls, and you'll be cognizant of it. So even if you stop abortion, they'll put you into an animal and they will have you gouged. You have no choice. So Elon Musk, you can destroy the earth, and Congress and everyone else, you can send whatever Wi-Fi you want after me. I don't care. But I do care. What you put into me last spring, I already know it's metals. Some form of metal went into me because it caused an inflammation, and it still hurts throughout my lymphatic system here. It got blocked. But when you get through and it goes into people's brains, or what you can do with those bodies, it'll be just like Revelation 9, or it'll be working with their brains. And in Revelation 9, what you do for the Wi-Fi, you can make them feel like they're burning around their bodies. This is incredible what our government has agreed to, what our medical profession has agreed to, what the scientific, it's it's incredible. What the clergy agreed to, what the scribes and the historians agreed to, what the academics, what the administrators, what the legal profession, what all of Hollywood with all of its nonsense and all of your media with all what they all agreed to. And they will be the lowest of the lowest of the lowest thing on the planet because of what they've done. So whatever this case is, they're going to have to do the best job they can because they already know. What they were going to do is incredible. What they have been doing is incredible. And they deliberately sent those people out to attack me. And they've been doing it for years. But in 2019, right after I sent that information out, I must have had 7 real people hit me in real life. And they were all LGBTQ. And beforehand, it was all tied in to G4S, the British and Jewish. And it was so perverted. Everything they sent my way, and all the people, when I would go to report it, they would have police officers standing. They wouldn't even let me in the building. They were waiting for me. The same was true with the FBI. It's incredible. Boy, your next life is going to be a piece of work. And don't expect your children to be okay, because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and God knows that. I think I'm done. I'm not sure I'm going to put this up, but I think I'm done. I can't. I can't believe you were doing this. I cannot believe after I warned you about the satellites and what's going to happen, you allowed this to happen. See, I can't believe it. A dragon. You're so far away from Jesus, you have no idea.